that our colleagues in Zimbabwe is going to also be in another country. So by doing this thing, it is going really to help by having the regional cooperation. And lastly, let me talk about the stakeholders' engagement. On the 3 areas of development, one of the things that I learned is that when you want a development to be done, you must involve the people. The people that are going to be partaking that development, they must feel part of it. So when you're talking about stakeholder engagement, I'm talking about starting from the local people with community. How do we engage the rural farmer? How do we engage the people within our society? Are we engaging them maybe on dialogue? Are we giving them awareness of the new measures of farming? Are we trying to show them the new technology advancement of artificial intelligence and the like? Because if we involve them, we give them awareness, we teach them, we share them knowledge, they are the ones that they're even going to provide the food basket to the what? To the country at large. And from the country at large, if it is sufficient, it is at the whole nation at the large because of export, import and export, international trade. And secondly, we need to look at national level. Let us have these meeting engagements where we'll be able to coordinate all experts within the nation, experts from health, experts from agriculture, experts from economics, experts within the country. They must come together, listen together, and try to find out how best they can try to solve these things, these issues. And lastly is an issue of regional engagement. Gone are the days where you have information and you think that that information is only for yourself. The issues like what they are doing, the African global health, they are doing it at a regional level. Look at us today, we are having this webinar from people from different areas of the world. We are trying to brainstorm and coming up with an idea on how best we can try to tackle the issue of food security and health-related issues. That's doing it at a regional level. The remarks and the comments, the agreements, all the things that we're going to discuss here, at the end of the day, they are going to add value. Maybe if someone is writing a paper for publication and the like. So all those things are going to help in addressing the issue of food security and health-related issues. And lastly, as I was saying that when we talk about addressing food security and health-related issues, it's not a one-man show. It's a collaborative effort. It takes you as a researcher, you as an expert, it takes that one who is at home, it takes those that are in politics, it takes everyone. We should know that each and every one of us has got a pattern. It starts with you, it starts with me. There's something that we can do and we can bring on the table at the end of the day that we can change our region. Thank you very much. Now I'll hand over to the moderator, Dr. Sara. Thank you much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Chidimbah. Thank you for your very interesting intervention and presentation. Yeah, so we love to see your thank you dance. That's very cheerful. Thank you, Chidimbah, for this quality presentation. So does anyone have any questions for Chidimbah and his subject, the subject that Chidimbah tackled? So it doesn't have to be questions. It can be remarks. It can be maybe addition. I know that I recognize many of our participants, and I see that they usually interact and they always have remarks on every subject. So here is Professor Cesar Berenstein from Argentina, who is one of AGH dear friends and one of our very respected experts. He is actually head of the Society of Cardiology. So he so he's saying, I'm working in the cardioecology group of ASC on family production of vegetable food, working with the agro technician to teach on agroecological focus in the school, maybe a tool to work for the food sovereignty. Yeah, this is very, very interesting. So maybe you would like to speak about it, Dr. Cesar Bernstein. I know you maybe you want to speak Spanish. It's not going to be a problem. I can maybe translate a little bit after, just what I understand, of course.
I can speak in English only a little. It's not my mother tongue.
Yeah,
but
fine.
I do the best of me.
Okay, thank you.
No, we saw. I'm cardiologist in the Argentine Society of Cardiology, and we were thinking about that. Our recommendation to the people is to eat vegetable food, fruit and vegetable 5 a day. But why we are thinking to invite the people, not only in the, I live in the countryside, but not only in the countryside, in the rural, in the urban area too, to teach all the people to put the seed in the ground and to have their food by the agroecological focus without synthetic fertilizers or agrotoxics. And in our very poor countries, maybe a possibility to help the people to have not only healthy food, maybe to have a sustainable food for our environment. So, well, we are working on this, and the Inter-American Society of Cardiology invite us to write in their journal, in the Inter-American Journal of Cardiology, about this. And while we are working, I live in a province out of the big city. I'm working with the legislature to a first step maybe to put this issue in their curricula of all the primary schools, to invite the children to do this and to make this idea to go to their house to do the same. I live in a rural area, and only 54 of the families are making their vegetable food in their homes. So I think we must work on this in the future.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Professor Berenstein. Absolutely, this is very important. I think this is, you actually spoke about the education and the fact that this is, those are issues that we should be talking about from an early age, that our children should understand, because we are living in a world where we are seeing what we caused, what humanity caused, and it is time to work on it and to help ourselves. Thank you very much for being present and for your interaction today. So I don't know, maybe Chidimbah, you have something to respond to Professor Cesar?
No, not much like responding, but just to appreciate the work that the professor is doing. And maybe I just want to give an invitation hand that you can also migrate to the other part of our region where we are, like Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe. And you come here at our universities, we collaborate. At the end of the day, we also learn from you and see what is it that we can do as a research institution at the end of the day. So we can share our emails and we can talk
Right.
soon after the meeting, and we can see the best way on how best we can try to collaborate on your ideas. Maybe if also we have got some other ideas and we see which models can really work together. Thank you very much, Professor. It's an honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So thank you, Chidimbah. I see that our third speaker has just joined us. So Professor Olutosin, are you finally here? Because I know that you had some connection or some internet issues. Hello, Professor Olutosin.
Ayer, así es.
Professor, already I think he's connecting. His phone is connecting, so let's just wait a little bit.
Yes, yes. And I will ask my friend Tatiana to maybe close her microphone. Hello, Tatiana. Hola. Hola, Tatiana. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I think that we can finally speak to Professor Olutosin. Hello, Professor. Can you hear me? Professor Olutosin Otekunrin.
Hello, Professor Otekunrin. Can you hear Dr. Sala?
Well, I think he can't hear us. Okay. So Professor, maybe if you can't hear us, you can tell us what's the issue. Maybe we can assist you there. I don't know if you can hear us. He appears very far though. Okay, so maybe I don't know if he's speaking.
Yes, he's speaking, but we cannot hear him.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I know the reason. Prof, is it okay if you log off and you log in again? Your mic is not signed in. So sign out of the meeting and log in again. Yeah, you sign out of the meeting and you sign in again. We cannot hear you. The mic is not connected.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's only the video, your mic. So log out.
So I don't know if he can see the discussion, but okay. Thank you all for your answers. Okay, so Professor, can you sign out and then sign in again? Okay, Okay, perfect. Okay, so while waiting for Professor Olutosin, does anyone has anything to add to the subject of our evening? We actually will be having many other webinars about different subjects. This is actually a very interesting subject, and we are thinking that this is something we are going to repeat many times with the same speakers and different speakers also with different nuances to the subject. This is something that directly impacts us right now with all the weather and climate changes, and with how we have been handling the food industry in the late years. So just stay tuned and follow us on our pages on Instagram and LinkedIn, so you can see all of our news, IGH news, and all the events we are preparing, and especially the webinars that we're having. We are basically having one webinar per week. So if you have a subject or you would like to participate in a webinar, just reach out to us, and we will discuss it together. Professor, hello. I think we can hear you now. Hello, Professor. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, now
I'm
we can
fine.
hear you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for the inconveniences. I didn't really know what really happened with the internet, and it was quite unbelievable. But I bless God that I was able to join now. I hope you are hearing, please. Okay.
Perfect. So actually we can hear you, which is the most important thing, but we can't see you. If you can handle
Okay, you can
that,
see me, okay?
yeah, but it's fine. I mean,
Okay.
if there is no, okay.
Okay,
So
can you see me now?
it's
This blur,
blurry.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
blurry.
I'm
Well,
sorry for that. Yes.
yeah, it's fine. So do you have a presentation, Professor?
I've told the other time that I will not be having the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
But I have the aspect of urban food security.
Yeah.
As related to the global south.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how we have dealt with the topic before now, but what I would like to, I don't know what we've discussed on it before. Maybe you can just give me a kind of introduction to what was discussed earlier on, please.
Yeah, so actually, according to what has been agreed to, so Natasha spoke about health-related issues in the global south, and Chidimbah spoke about, and he addressed particularly the urban food security and the health issues in the global south. And I believe that you were going to speak about urban food security in the global south. Now, if you want a small overview, I will ask Chidimbah to give you like one minute overview about what we spoke about before, about Professor Cesar's intervention too, and we will give you the floor, Professor Olutosin.
Okay. Let me go with the little one I can have because of time. I don't want to stretch it. I'm very sorry because of the video that is not connecting.
No
I would like
problem.
to about the challenges of urban areas in global south. we have some challenges that the urban areas, we know that the global south is synonymous to developing countries, where we have the African countries, we have those one in Latin America, and also the one at the Caribbean. We have the challenges that are related to the urban global south. We have the challenges of rapid urbanization. We have the issue of abject poverty. We have the informal settlement, and we have the issue of limited infrastructure, which will definitely plunge people into more poverty. And we have the changing food consumption pattern. But why are we considering the urban food security aspect in the global south? We know it is an essential aspect to promote the well-being and vision of the urban residents and foster sustainable development. And we know the concept of global south. We're talking about the countries in global south. They are categorized based on the geographical location, which we know that those ones in the global south, they are different, the opposite of the global north, which we know them as developed countries. But those in the global south, we know them as developing countries, where we have the African countries. We have, I've said about the Latin America, where we have the Brazil, we have other countries in terms of higher population density in that countries. But we have those ones that are not there. We have Japan that is exempted from that one. We have that one that is exempted. But what I wanted to chip in as the characteristics of global south countries, they are lacking in the standard of living, which include lower income, which cannot be compared to those one in developed countries. We have those one, I've said the other time, we have high population growth rates in the global south. And when we're talking about issue of urban food security, we're talking about how the population in the global south will be able to produce in terms of food that will be enough for the growing population in the global south. That is one of the aspects that the key point that we need to take from this particular meeting, that there is need for strengthening the food system in the global south. And also, we should not forget that because of the growing population of the global, the country in the global south, there is need for the countries to come together to be able to strengthen the food system, so that there will be enough food for people to consume, so that we can live a healthy life. And if, as we know that a healthy human being will be the one that can produce a healthy household, they are the one that can produce, and we can be able to do what? We can be able to have more food in our society. But if we jettison the aspect of strengthening the food system in the global south, definitely we're going to have a situation of hunger, and having the situation of hunger will bring down our production level, because if people that are hungry will not be able to produce maximally, they will not be able to produce in their own capacity. So that is the aspect I want to add to that. And we should not forget about the challenges of urban areas in the global south. I said the other time that we have the issue of rapid urbanization, we have the issue of poverty, and we have the issue of informal settlement, and also we have the issue of limited infrastructure. And lastly, we have changing food consumption pattern. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Professor. Professor Olutosin is an agricultural economist, and well, thank you very much. Despite all the software issues that happened and the technical issues, we got to listen to you, and I hope next time we will be listening to more of you. And yeah, thank you very much. So there was a question before that I would like to, so I will read it. So it's from Ferdinand, and any of our speakers can respond. It can be Natasha, Chidimbah, or Olutosin. So the question is, how can agriculture productivity improve once most young people from agriculture school are not involved? Probably because of less capacity to get investment, etc. So maybe he's adding his remark and maybe wants to speak more about the subject. So I don't know if anyone has something, so an answer for Ferdinand.
Is it okay if you repeat the question, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
Or
so
you can send in.
it is actually, so I will send it in the group. It is a direct message to me. So here is the question from Mr. Ferdinand.
Agricultural productivity improve amongst most young people. What is the question?
So there is it's more of a remark than a question. It's more of a remark because we spoke before about agricultural productivity and about education, and it's a direct link to education, to rural areas also. So I think, yeah, this is more of a remark. Okay, so I don't know if any of our speakers or our guests has something to add to the discussion.
Hello.
So, yes, hello.
Hello. Oh, please, the question, please, I think Mr. Chidimbah was talking about repeating the question. Please, can you just do that for the last time, please?
Yes. So, okay, so the question is in the, so I actually copied the question. So you have it on the discussion area, so you can read it. It's, yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
Okay, how
And
can agricultural productivity improve once most young people from agricultural schools are not involved, probably because of less capacity to get investment? Okay, the question is straightforward. Definitely, if you want to have increased productivity, as far as we have young agriculturists, there is a need for the school to cultivate the habit of hand-on agricultural production. Teachers of agricultural science in our schools, probably from the secondary school, I'm talking about basic schools, to the tertiary education level, we are supposed to teach not only from the class, we are supposed to teach and make sure that they are involved, not only from the four walls of the classroom. They needed to get to the farm, they needed to use the machine, they needed to see the seeds, they needed to have interaction with those agricultural inputs so that they can also do it by themselves, not only what we teach them in the four walls of the class. You can take them to the farm, you can take them to the workshop, you can take them so that they will have hand-on experience about issue of agricultural production. And that's why the aspect of capacity building is very, very important. As academic, we have the opportunity to let our students know all these things. The classroom is to compensate from what they've learned, and they can now use their hand to do that particular agricultural practices while they are on the farm, which will enhance productivity.
yes, yes. Yes, thank you very much. This is actually very interesting. So Chidimbah, you have something to say?
Yes, Prof. Has just reminded me of one thing. You see, what has been a trend in most of agriculture school is that a lot of students, when they are graduating, they are able to have theoretical knowledge, but when it comes in terms of practical, they don't have it. So that's another challenge that we are having. Someone first year, maybe to fourth year, you graduate, you know theory things, but you are not taken to the ground, to the field for you to learn. So that one is also going to impact on the production. How can you be productive? Another issue, the Mr. Ferdinand was talking about because of less capacity to get investment. That's another challenge in the global south. You see that when you want to invest in agriculture, especially when you want to involve maybe mechanization, it's very costly. And by looking at the economy of a lot of least developing countries, maybe you see that they cannot manage to invest in more machinery within the agriculture sector. As a result, it is also reducing the agricultural productivity. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Chidimbah. Thank you for this these remarks. I would say these are the final remarks. I don't know if anyone has something to add. So if you have something to add, we still have 5 more minutes. If not, I think we can conclude this this interesting webinar. I would like to thank our speakers, to thank all the experts that were present, who were here until the end. I like actually short but informative webinars. They are the best. You have an interesting interaction. You actually get to meet other people also. This is very interesting. This is something African Global Health has as a motto. We make connections. We make people meet from from the whole the all the parts of the globe. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you very much for your intervention. Thank you, Chidimbah, for coordinating. This will not be our last webinar with you, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Professor Olutosin. Thank you, Professor Cesar, for joining us from Argentina. Thank you to all of the participants. I will see you soon, and have a great night and evening, or maybe day for the others. Bye bye.